What's up, you guys? It's Bianca Ayrianna here, and I'm back again with another video for you guys today. And as you can tell by the title, this is going to be another sit down video. We're going to be discussing who is Bianca Ayrianna, you guys. Like, y'all know that's my name. But who is she? Like, y'all really don't know too much about me because I don't state a whole lot about me. I don't state, you know, anything really too much about me unless like you watch my vlogs, and I may tell, you know, certain things here and there, but I don't really tell too much about me. I'd like to keep myself private, so I won't share too much in this video, but I will share, you know, just a couple of things that people might ask or people might want to know. So yeah, before we get into this video, you guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that bell for post notifications so you can be notified every time I post a video. And yeah, we just gonna hop right on into it. I have some questions on my phone. I have some things that I just actually want to talk about. I want to talk about advice, like what would I say to my younger self. I want to speak on that. I want to just speak on a couple of things. I kind of want to be organized a little bit and not kind of ramble around, so I made sure I wrote some stuff in my notes just so I'm a little organized, because y'all know when I get to talking, I get to talking and I be all over the place. But I wanted everything to be a little organized. And don't mind clothes in the back, because those are clothes that I'm selling, so just ignore that. So yeah, we just gonna hop right into this video. Okay, so I'm gonna say a little bit about myself. My name is Bianca Ayrianna Odom, you guys. Ayrianna is my middle name. The reason why I chose just to say Bianca and then Ayrianna is because I just feel like that's more of my name. I don't feel like my last name is a part of my name. I don't really share my last name unless it's like something for something else. I feel like Bianca Ayrianna is more of me. I feel like that brings out my personality. And so Bianca Ayrianna is more of a professional name for me. Like, I used to go by Bad Gal B. I still, like, you know, people in my family, they still call me B, but it's like of YouTube and on my platform, I would like to be stated as Bianca Ayrianna because that's my platform name. Bianca Ayrianna is a more leveled up Bianca. Bianca Ayrianna is someone that has been through a lot. Bianca Ayrianna is someone that has overcame a lot. Bianca Ayrianna is more of my mature name. So that's why I had did Bianca Ayrianna, because I just feel like I'm more mature. Like, that's my mature name. Bianca Ayrianna just, you know, it's a boss. Bianca Ayrianna is a bad, you feel me? So that's why I go by Bianca Ayrianna, which is my name. Like, I love my name, so that's why I always go by it too, because I just love my name. I love my middle name. So, and I didn't want to use my last name as my YouTube name, so on all platforms is Bianca Ayrianna, you know. So my YouTube name, my Instagram name, everything is Bianca Ayrianna, because that's just me. I'm going to get into where I'm from. I never told you guys where I'm from. I have stated where I live, which is Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not gonna state like the part because that's a little bit, you know, too much. That's a little bit private. I'm from Gulfport, Mississippi. It's a very small town in Mississippi. Every time I always say where I'm from, nobody ever really knows. Everybody like, where is that at? Like, but it's a very small town in Mississippi. That's where I wasn't raised there. I went back and forth, but I go back and forth, but I wasn't actually raised there. But I am from Gulfport, Mississippi. That's where my family stays, you know. That's where, you know, that's another part of me. So that's where I'm from. I haven't been in a while because I got older. I started working a lot, and I just haven't been since probably like 2019. But yeah, that's where I'm from. That's where my family is from and stuff like that. I just never stated where I was from. But I want to get into the reason why I started doing YouTube. So I started doing YouTube because when I was graduating high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do in life at all, you guys. Like, I really didn't know at all what I wanted to do in life. I was very lost, and I always used to watch YouTube. I watched it day and night. Like, I've been watching it since like 9th grade. I probably was watching it way before, but I know like I really got clicked on YouTube when I was in 9th grade, because I used to watch De'Aaron and Ken back then. And I never really got into different YouTube people, but I really got into watching people in 9th grade. And I was really lost, and I was like, I kind of want to do that one day, and I never knew what I wanted to do it. Something told me, like, after high school, just go for it. My first video was right after high school. I think it was right after prom. I think that's when I made my first YouTube video. It was like right after prom or right after graduation. It was right after graduation because I still had that same curly hair in my first video. So it was right after graduation. I made a hair video. It was like a hair review video. And ever since then, I was like, this is something that I wanted to do. This is what brings me out of my shell, brings me out of my comfort zone. I really figured out who I was doing YouTube because it's like, it's an outlet for me. It's somewhere I go when I don't know what I want to do. It's just like, YouTube is like my own little space. It's my own world, you know. I'm on my own channel. I get to do what I want to do, say what I want to say, and it really brought me out of my shell. Like, if you really watch me from the beginning, my first video, second video, third video, if you watch me from that long, then you know I really came out of my shell. I was very soft-spoken, and now it's like I'm really out of my shell. I'm more comfortable now talking to you guys, doing more with you guys. I'm very comfortable vlogging now, and I'm just really out of my shell from where I used to be. I was really lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I've grown so much doing YouTube, and that's how I figured out that this was what I wanted to do. Now I want to get into some questions that like people have asked me on my Instagram and stuff like that, so I kind of want to get into that as well. And then I'm going to go into talking about, you know, advice I would give my younger self, because I really want to touch on that. I want to do that towards the end because that's kind of an emotional topic for me, so I want to kind of get to that at the end. Someone said, talk about your high school friendships and how they shaped you. I mean, my high school friendships, they weren't bad. I've learned a lot from my high school friendships. It's because, I say that because you realize who's actually here for you and who's not here for you. You see who you actually gonna talk to in the long run, and you see who you're not gonna hang with in the long run. Like, one thing that I have learned about high school friendships is that they don't last. Like, some do, some don't, but it just depends. But a lot of my high school friendships didn't last. Everybody kind of went their separate ways, and it shaped me because of the fact that I know, like, you know, everybody gonna do their own little thing, and you can't be mad, you can't take it a certain way. You just gotta go with life, you know. Everybody's growing. I don't have any beef with anybody that I was in high school with. You know, I still chop it up with, you know, I still talk to people here and there, or, you know, check in on people, or they check in on me, or they hot-eyed at my stuff, or I'm hot-eyed at their stuff. Like, you know, it's stuff like that. I'm not beef with nobody. I don't have no, you know, problem with anybody I went to school with. I just know that everybody went their separate ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody getting older, but, you know, a lot of my friendships I did have in high school, everybody lost connection, and I feel like it shouldn't have went that way. I feel like everybody kind of should have stayed in touch with everybody. One thing I did learn about high school friendships and stuff like that, a lot of people ain't as genuine as they would say. Like, a lot of people ain't gonna be there for you all the time. A lot of people ain't gonna support you and stuff like that, and I've learned that doing my YouTube. Like, a lot of people ain't gonna support you. A lot of people is not gonna be there for you. A lot of people will support somebody else before they support you, even if y'all hung out together, or even if y'all was real close and stuff like that. Everybody ain't gonna support each other, and, you know, it's still a lot of people. I still got a couple of friends to this day that still support me. Like, that's just how it is. So it's like, people that you wouldn't expect to be there and support you actually be there, and the people that you just thought that was really gonna be there, they're not there. So that's what I have learned as well. Like, you know, it's the people that you wouldn't even expect in high school that's supporting you, and it's the people that you was expecting to support you that's not even supporting you. Someone said, how do you feel growing up in Clayton County? In Clayton, has it affected you good or bad? Okay, Clayton County is a county that I stay in Georgia, what I grew up in and stuff like that. So I feel like it was good. I mean, it's nothing bad over here. A lot of people be like, oh, Clayton County, Clay Code, this and that, all that's bad and stuff like that. It's not bad. I haven't experienced nothing bad over here. The only thing I experienced over here that I didn't like was when I was younger, probably like still growing up, probably in middle school, stuff like that. I used to walk a lot when I used to walk to the store a lot. I used to just walk because I stayed right by everything. So I used to walk to the stores. The only thing bad I experienced was when people tried to men would stop their cars and stuff like that and try to holler at me, or, you know, one time this man followed me trying to pick me up. That was the only thing I really experienced bad over here. But school wise, I mean, the only thing I would say is I wish the school systems was better. I could have went to a different school, because a lot of my school, like the schools I went to, I mean, in high school, all my other schools was good except for high school. High school, them folks ratchet. But I was a part of it because I was young and dumb just like everybody else. That was the only thing. I had fun over here, you know. I love living where I stayed. I love growing up where I grew up at, you know. It's nothing. I don't regret anything about staying over here. As so far, to answer the question short, it was good. It was nothing bad, but, you know, walking to the store and stuff like that, and men would try to holler at me. But other than that, it was a good experience staying over here. I made good friends over here. I've learned so much living over here, and, you know, that's about it. I wouldn't change it for a thing. Someone said, where do you see yourself 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I see myself very successful. I want to have my own clothing line. I want to be more successful on YouTube because YouTube is what I love. YouTube is my passion. I want to be able to have a family. I want to be able to own a house, a big house. Even if it ain't just a huge house, I want a big house, like a mini mansion type of house. I just see myself doing so much, just so much. Like, I can't really speak on a whole lot, but I want to do so much for my family. I want to be able to do a lot for my mom, my dad. I want to do a lot for them. I just want to be able to do nice things for my family and stuff like that, and be more successful, you guys. So in 5 years, I want to become more successful, family, financially stable, everything, y'all. Like, I want all of that. Someone said, what inspired you to do YouTube? What really inspired me to do YouTube is just, you know, finding my outlet. You know, it was something, not me being inspired from somebody else, but it was me trying to find my own outlet, and it worked, and it brought me out of my comfort zone. It brought out a different side of me that I didn't know that I had inside of me. Someone said, what has been your biggest struggle with what has been your biggest struggle with growing / managing your YouTube channel? My biggest struggle with growing and managing my YouTube channel is trying to figure out what people like to see. I try to do different things what people kind of like to see. Like, I used to do like the hygiene videos, or like, you know, hair videos and stuff like that, but it's like, is that what I like to do? You know, I actually want to, it's hard growing my YouTube because I'm not doing what everybody else wants to see. I'm kind of just doing what I want to do instead of trying to do what everybody wants to see. I kind of do slide in here and there, like different videos, like a hygiene video, or I did my birthday vlogs and stuff like that because a lot of people like seeing birthday vlogs. I do my car tours because a lot of people like seeing those. And also some of those videos are videos I want to do, but I'm not out here doing a whole bunch of videos that people just want me to do, or I'm just doing videos that people are doing, when it's like I gotta do videos that I feel comfortable doing. I gotta do videos that, you know, I want to do. I can't just be doing videos that other people are doing just because they doing it and they getting the views. But it's like, nah, I gotta do what I want to do. Like, just like I just vlog, or I just do clothing hauls and stuff like that. That's what I want to do. So that's kind of hard because, you know, I'm still trying to grow my channel. But I mean, it's people that's coming around, they starting to like my content and stuff like that. It's a big change because I always just do vlogs now. Vlogging is something that I've learned to know that I just love doing it. So that's the only thing that's hard about it. I do want to step out and do different content, which I'm planning on doing that coming the month of December, and I'm super excited for it. But y'all just gotta stay tuned because I am coming out of my comfort zone and starting to do a little bit more. So just like this video, this is something really different. I've never done anything like this, so, you know, I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone, doing a lot that I want y'all to see. So, you know, this is something I've been wanting y'all to see. Someone said, do you have any YouTube regrets? No, I don't. I love everything about what I do. I like everything about my YouTube. I feel like I could invest more into my YouTube, which I have. I bought my camera, I bought lights, stuff like that, but I want to invest a little bit more. I just need to invest a lot more into my YouTube, into my craft. So that's the only thing it's not a regret because I'm gonna do it, so I can't say that's a regret, but, you know, I just need to invest more into my YouTube. Someone said, do you see yourself doing YouTube when you're married with kids? Yes, I do. If I'm married with kids, I'm probably just gonna have a family channel and then my own channel. That's the plan if I married with kids, doing YouTube. Someone said, do you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert? I consider myself an introvert because I don't come out of my shell too easily. Like, I have to really get to know you. I have to kind of know what you about for me to come out of my shell, and that's what it was like like with my channel. I mean, I'm both. Like, I can be an introvert and I can be an extrovert. I can be an extrovert around people that I know. Like, you know, I'm kind of like that on my channel now. Like, you know, not really so shy as I was. I feel like now I'm an extrovert because I'm very, like, you know, outgoing. Like, I'm not somebody that's just gonna sit around being shy all the time. Like, maybe if I'm around new people, then I'm an introvert, but most of the time I'm an extrovert now, that I would say, because I'm not really as shy as I used to be. Maybe when I go out in public I'm an introvert. It's like it's different. It switches with me. Like if I'm around people I know and I love and stuff like that, then I'm gonna be an extrovert. But if I'm like to myself or by myself somewhere, I'm gonna be an introvert, because I don't want to be around people. Like, you know, I want to be around people, but I would be real shy around people. Like if somebody was to come up to me and be like, oh, how you doing, stuff like that, or, you know, do you need any help with anything, if I was to go in the store, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. You know, I'm real shy when it comes to stuff like that. So, you know, I would say I'm an introvert when it comes to, when I'm by myself and I'm out, I'm an introvert. But if I'm like around people I know and I'm around people I love, or I'm having fun, I'm an extrovert. Let's get into this advice to my younger self, because I really want to speak on this. It's a lot of advice that I want to give myself. It's a couple of things I want to say to my younger self. One of the things, I wrote it down in my notes because I kind of want to just, like I said, I want to be more organized with all of this. One of the things I want to say to my younger self is, your heart is pure gold. And the reason I say that is because as I grew and I learned from a lot of people, being around a lot of people, doing a lot of things I wasn't supposed to be doing, just everything, you guys, experiencing friendships, everything. I say that because a lot of people would take advantage of you. A lot of people would try to run over you. A lot of people would try to have you under their wing, and your heart is pure gold. That's why they see that. Like, you don't see it, but a lot of people see that your heart is pure gold. They will try to run over you. They see how nice you are. They see how gullible you are. They see how naive you are. And don't let people do that. Like, don't ever let nobody run over you. Don't ever let nobody take advantage of you. Don't ever let nobody sell yourself short. Don't ever let nobody, I would say, just know your worth. Don't let nobody ever try to belittle you. Just know who you are, know your worth, because you are strong. Your heart is pure gold, and you are a queen. Yeah, you are a queen. I would tell myself that, because I've learned that was something that's like very touching, because my mom, she always used to tell me that, like, you know, your heart is pure gold. You know, a lot of people see that, you know, you real nice. A lot of people trying to run over you, and you can't let that happen. You gotta know, you gotta stand on what you're standing on, and you gotta know your worth. I would tell myself to expect the unexpected, because it's a lot of things you learn a lot of new things every single day, and just expect the unexpected. You never know what's gonna happen. Just go with the flow, stay positive, and do what you gotta do. You know, expect the unexpected. It could be good, it could be bad, but you know, if you stay positive, a lot of good will come out of that. And just expect the unexpected, because you never know what's gonna happen. Every day is a different day. Every day the devil will try to knock you down by just doing something. Like, as many times the devil done try to knock me down by a whole bunch of stuff, y'all, a lot stressing me out, you know, days where I be crying, trying to figure life out. Just expect the unexpected, because you just never know what's gonna hit you next, and just gotta expect the unexpected. I would say you will find what makes you happy. You will find yourself. The reason I say that is because I never knew what my niche was. I never knew what made me happy. It was hard for me to find self-love. That's what I would say about that as well. I never knew what I wanted to do. I was so lost. I never knew what I wanted to go to school for. I just never know what I wanted to be in life. And that's the hardest thing to ever experience. That's the hardest thing to go through, because it's like everybody around you know what they're gonna do, but you don't. Like, it's so hard when, you know, everybody got life figured out already, but you don't. And it's like, you will never have life figured out, because you learn different things. So you learn different things, you see different things. So you will never already have life figured out. Like, every day, just how when you go to college and stuff like that, like, you ever hear when you're in school, like, say if you went to high school and stuff like that, because I had a teacher that would say that. She'll be like, you know, I went to school for this, but I ended up doing this. And it's like, you learn something new every day. Like, you have to find what makes you happy. So when I found out that doing YouTube makes me happy, I ran with it, because it's like, that's what I love to do, and my happiness is more important than anything. So that's what made me happy. And me finding myself, I found out what I actually want to be in life. I found me. I got myself back. Because I was so lost. Like, it's like you lose yourself when you don't know where your next step in life is, or you don't know what steps to take in life. It's like you lose yourself, because, you know, you lost. Like, once you lost, you kind of lose yourself. Like, you're like, what am I doing here? What is my next step? What am I doing wrong? You know, stuff like that. So it's like you kind of lose yourself. trying to figure out yourself. I said this world will try to chew you up alive, but you're strong and undefeated. Y'all, I will say this to my younger self because that's just a heads up. Like, girl, this world is not no joke. My mom always told me, like, shoot, this world, it's hard out here. Like, it really is hard out here. And me experiencing moving out, not having my, not living with my mom and stuff like that, this world is hard. Like, it's so hard out here. It's so hard. It's so expensive. It's just so hard trying to balance being an adult. Like, the only thing that I've ever had to experience at first when I was just living with my mom is paying a car note, paying insurance. That's it. And I wasn't even doing that until I bought my first car. But it's like, once you want to make different steps in life, you have to learn, like, okay, this is what come with it. This is what come with buying your first car. You got to pay your car note. You got to do this. You got to do that. So it's like, that was the only thing that I had that, was little. Like, that was little things. But it's like, once you want to make bigger steps, you want to move out on your own, you got to feel that. Like, you're going to feel paying them bills. You're going to feel paying that rent. You're going to feel paying all your other bills at one time. All them bills gonna add up, especially if you want to still do stuff for yourself, like buy nice things and stuff like that. All that is going, all that's gonna add up. So it's like, sometimes learning as an adult, this world will chew you up, because one minute you will have all your rent money and stuff like that, and then out of nowhere you get a flat tire. Out of nowhere, say you gotta buy groceries for your house. Out of nowhere, your TV broke, so you got to buy another TV, or out of nowhere this will happen. So it's like, this world will try to chew you up. The devil would try to destroy you guys. Like, it could be something so little. I could be having, and I was gonna keep this to myself, but I could be having the worst day of my life. Like, I can wake up and have like a good little day. No, I can wake up and have a good day one day, and the next day it's like, I'm just so sad. Like, I just feel myself going back into that depressed mode. But it's like, I just have to motivate myself every time. Even if I gotta look at something I wrote in my notes, that's something that's motivating, I gotta read that every morning. That's something that's gonna get me going. Like, you can't never just let anything bring you down. Even if you wake up in that mood, you can't let that bring you down. You gotta overcome that. You gotta defeat that. Like, you can't just let, oh, I'm sad today, I can't do shit. I gotta sit in the bed and moan and groan and stuff like that. It's like, no, like, you gotta overcome that. You gotta defeat that sadness. Like, you can't be like that. So I had to learn that as well, because this world will try to eat you up. You feel me? This world will try to eat you up. Everything in this world is about some money. Like, it ain't nothing free in this world. It just ain't nothing given to you. And this world will try to chew you up and spit you back out. I said nothing can stop you. That was the last one, and I said nothing can stop you. It was so many things that tried to stop me. Like, it was so many like obstacles getting my new car and everything, you guys. It was like, that couldn't stop me. Like, nothing could stop me. Whatever they had going on with my car, whatever they had going on with that couldn't stop me, because you know what, I still got it. Like, nothing could stop me with getting my apartment. Nothing could stop me with anything, you guys. And I just feel like anything that I need to do from this point on, just go for it. Make sure you headstrong. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you got everything figured out. Like, make sure you have a plan. Like, nothing can stop you as long as you know what you want to do, and as long as you going for it and you ain't even worried about what anybody else doing. Nothing can stop you. Nothing beat you. Nothing can stop you. Go for what you need to do. Don't let anything get in your way. You're gonna have trials and tribulations. You're gonna have bumps in the roads, but just keep going, because nothing can stop you. You are your own, what's the word, y'all? You are your own enemy. And if you let yourself and you let that enemy on your shoulder take over you, you ain't doing it. You letting that enemy on your shoulder stop you when it need to be the angel over here that's keeping you going. So nothing can stop you. Like, I would say that to that's the last thing I would say to my younger self. Nothing can stop you. Just keep going, and yeah, just keep going. You're such a nice, you're such a nice person. You have so much ahead of you. You have a bright future, and you're gonna accomplish everything you ever wish to accomplish. You're gonna accomplish everything, and that's a promise that that's the promise I made to my younger self as I was growing up. Like, you didn't have everything figured out, but it's like, now you're finding your way. And I want to tell you that, because I don't have everything you know, I didn't have everything fall in my lap. It's like I had to figure everything out, you know, with the help of my mom and my parents and my brother, everybody around me. With the help of everybody around me, they helped me a lot. And it was like some of that help came from me, because I gotta find me. I had to find what makes me happy, and I'm so glad I did that, because that gave me the courage to even speak about anything in this video. And I'm just so proud I was able to do that. And even though I wanted to tear up, but I'm not even gonna tear up. This is a proud video. This is not that I should be crying about. But yeah, that's all I want to say. You know, who is Bianca Ayrianna, you guys? Like, that's me. And if you have any other questions that you want to ask me, make sure y'all leave them in the comments below. Or if you have my Instagram and you don't want to leave it below, you can always DM me. I'm always responding to DMs and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, I really enjoyed making this video. Yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. So if y'all enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. If you don't feel like commenting, make sure y'all like this video. And yeah, make sure I hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of my family. Yeah, it's Bianca Ayrianna here, and I'm tuning out, you guys. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram at Bianca Ayrianna. And if you want to shop my Depop, make sure y'all shop my Depop at Bianca Ayrianna as well. It will be in the description box below. So yeah, I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'm tuning out. Peace.